Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they interplay in this one. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Change this real quick.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
First down, Prescott. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And it's caught by Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott.
Let's go.
He's coming, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all
Let's go. Go.
injury. And this is picked up by the
Hell
Dolphins.
Yeah.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
The previous play is under review.
Oh, I don't think it was a fumble. Oh, shit. That sucks.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They will run it. It's McKissick. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series.
Do something on offense, man.
And usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
This is fielded at the 7. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Check 31, check 31. Back. Reload. What?
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A first down carry now for Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
What? 380. 52's the mic. It's been a long day for you. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 14.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A look now at the Miami offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to tell a big story. And right now, if you're a fan of this team, you're loving the story that they are telling. They've already created some holes in the running game on this opening drive, and they're going to need to keep it up for these guys to have a big chance at victory.
2nd and 5 now.
Oh, come on.
And he's going to be dropped.
Throw the ball,
back
brother.
At the 15-yard line.
Damn.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And New York set to take the field. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position, maybe. Turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense.
And now look at him go. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards.
You need to stop using the hit stick.
In there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench.
Dummy.
A little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Big stupid.
This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And a look now at Lamar Miller. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball.
Casey, the hit stick is...
They used to call it in the West Coast offense the long handoff.
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way.
the devil.
As well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles.
Come on, Sonny.
Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
What do you want?
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On first down, Wilson dumps it complete to Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Don't get nervous. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Check out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Sanu. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play wildcat quarterback for you as well.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Caught by Sanu. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Lamar Miller. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and Lamar Miller caps it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. A carry now for McKissick. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Prescott down. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
No way, dude. What in the...
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
How?
As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's go, bitch.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight.
Dude, he's like fucking 7 for 7 right now.
17 yards for the Jets.
7 for 7. What do you want me to do? Holy shit.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved.
Come here, boy.
Plays that target him.
Absolutely. Because
8 for 8
toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. Parker's got it.
Get out of here.
Touchdown.
No way.
2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
9 for fucking 9.
That touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead. It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the locker.
Incredible. Incredible. Dak Prescott decides to have the game of his life against me.
From right up here in the booth.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
I got fucking stuffed.
That one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you
God damn, I wouldn't have done it if I don't get the ball back at half.
As we get rolling to quarter 3. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6.
Go, baby. Go, baby. Come on, run faster. Oh, my God.
Terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, defense,
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Let's go, Switch.
On second and very short. Wilson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Come on. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. The quick slant caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down.
I got you, Tasty.
Right at a yard.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Good push, boys. Good push. It's a big game, too. This is a conference game.
As they have taken the lead.
I think so. I think the Jets. Yeah, the Jets.
Let me see. There, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Lamar Miller caps it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
I mean, cover one's been working.
They discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12.
Let's go. Good shit.
And he goes down. William Hayes able to record his 5th sack of the season. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans.
It's a lot of times. Isn't he going to run it?
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run with McKissick. It'll be a gain of about 5, and they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I didn't like that.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And that crossing
a lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
53's a mark. 50. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check.
Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And tight coverage there.
Damn.
It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's McKissick. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Prescott off play action. And this one hauled in by Rudolph.
Fuck me, man.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line.
Fuck these flat passes, man.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Wow.
And this is caught.
Wow.
It's Parker. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long.
Running man. No Stick on your fucking man. Stop leaving dudes wide open on the opposite side of the field.
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be
flag, face mask.
Awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Prescott.
Let's go.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Gotta keep the time. We can't let them score.
Alex Okafor.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Whew.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, you know me pretty well now. You know what I want to do after that completed pass. 4th down, down by 3. What do I want to do here?
You want to go for it. You might be tempted. I think they need to kick it.
Yeah, someone might have to overrule me. Get the kicker out there, tie this game up.
Hey.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He is
Good
not
to have
been
you
called
back,
on
Tasty.
the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now. It's Miller, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll run with Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. This is Miller. Complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And
let's go. That was huge.
Before he's brought down. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now it's Miller. And he will
man. Big day for Miller.
A 16-yard touchdown run. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our
excitement. Get off me.
But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now
make
on
this
the
damn
other sideline,
man.
You start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. That time a 6-play drive, and Lamar Miller caps it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down.
Here we go.
At about the 23-yard line.
Let's see what we can do.
So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 7. Less than 90 seconds to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's back to throw. And Anderson's got it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Back to throw.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them.
Jeez.
Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Open here is Allison. That's complete.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield.
Bro,
complete.
Someone stop that fucking pass. He's done it 8 times this game. Someone.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Man, what are they? They have a timeout left. Yeah.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last shot now for Prescott.
Oh my God.
With zeros on the clock.
Fuck me.
Point will send us to OT.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
Really?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game.
It's fucking bullshit, man.
It's a little teaching moment here.
Good Lord, I do not want to do this bullshit, man.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started.
Oh, man.
As the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. 3rd and 8 situation, a tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it.
Man.
That's another way to get it done.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return.
Okay, I did not
come the
do
offense
this.
as they take over. They begin with a run by Miller. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Keep playing. Mike, 280. Pick it up. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
This is Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead. And
I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
In your face.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Wilson. He locates Walker, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session.
Shit, I only have 2
We'll be
timeouts.
back.
That's not good.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lamar Miller. Miller with 1st down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Miller. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould.
A 32-yard attempt.
This is crazy. Why are they doing this? Oh, I missed it, bro. I fucking missed it.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And we will play on here in overtime. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home
So
a little bit
fucking
unsatisfied.
So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime, they
God
have
damn,
a
bro.
chance to win it.
This is fucking